We got a furry being bullied by some kids who are not furries. Later you see a bunch of furries comforting this kid who is not a furry. I don't understand what this is supposed to be saying. Are they saying to not bully furries? That's my guess here. What's up, boys? Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for episode 2 of the 2023 highlight. I was reading through a lot of the comments on the last video of you guys saying how long you've been watching, and I'm actually like shocked to see how many of you have been watching for like 3 or 4 years. To be honest, my content is way too repetitive for that, and I really, you guys should be watching something else. Regardless though, I appreciate the support, and I also appreciate all the kind birthday messages that you guys sent me in the comments. Today we are checking out all the best posts from r/I'm14 and This Is Deep this year. This is an absolute classic subreddit, alright? Everybody on the channel knows it. So I won't waste your time by talking too much. Leave me with a real deep quote in the comment section. It can be your own, it can be someone else's. Just give me something to think on. And with that being said, enjoy the video, boys. Those who want power are those who least deserve it. Wait, isn't this the same guy that bought Twitter so he could be the CEO of Twitter? There's no way you can be that unself-aware. Meg Turney, be different. And then you got a bunch of sunflowers and one sunflower turning the other way. Meg, that sunflower is gonna die. Hashtag they face the sun for a reason, LMAO. I'm crying. Yeah, they are called sunflowers because they face the sun. That one sunflower decided to not follow the pack is actually gonna be the one sunflower that is going to be dead. When Lamborghini said that we don't do commercials because our target audience isn't sitting around watching TV, that hit me. Then what do? Sit around and watch YouTube? It's all about that grind set, baby. As the top G himself said, you have to break the matrix and start a business and be your own boss and really go out in the world and get rich immediately. No, I'm not gonna tell you how. Guys, get ready for a very sad story. Girl, ABC. Boy, what? Always be careful. Ahan then. DEFG. What? Don't ever forget that. Forget that. I'm HI. What? HI? Happily in love. So? JKLM. Just keep loving me. And how about NOPQRSTUVWX, and Z? Girl, no other person quite responsible shall treat you very well except me, you'll Z. This person, whoever wrote this tweet, just cheated. You can't just swap out the letter just because. It doesn't make any sense. Z is not a word. You have to say C. I'm smart, man. I know the alphabet. Only lonely people can read this. I love you so much, but I don't know how to tell you because I know you love someone else? Maybe? I mean, I guess I'm lonely if I got that right. Some nights. There's no way this is a real tweet. Why is Elon Musk on here so much now? This guy has just become the epitome of I'm 14 and This Is Deep. He is Batman. I mean, to be honest, he really could be. I mean, Batman is just a super rich guy who has cool gadgets and stuff. Why can't Elon Musk just get, you know, super ripped, get a couple cool gadgets? Or even if he doesn't want to get super ripped, he could just build the Iron Man suit and become Iron Man. Just like everybody else, you'll get bored of me. You'll get annoyed of me. You'll hate me. You'll stop talking to me. You'll leave me eventually. Now read it backwards. Eventually, you'll leave me. You'll stop talking to me. You'll hate me. You'll get annoyed of me. You'll get bored of me just like everyone else. The same thing. That's the joke, right? Okay, I think that's the joke. It's gotta be a joke. We are living in this type of society. What the heck? Dude, why do they look so disgusted? That is the most disgusted face I have ever seen on any human being ever. And they're just not even trying to hide it. Like, they're just both, like, absolutely repulsed by this guy. And he just is, he's just sitting there in the middle chilling. The only thing I could think of is this dude just smells absolutely repulsive. So, this girl is listening to a bunch of people trying to talk to her, and she's trying to drown out the noise, and then she grabs 2 of their tongues and makes a swing out of it. Right. Okay, next time a bunch of people are talking to me, I'll just do that. You can be legally 21, but 30. You can also be legally 21, but 15. Read that again. Now let that just sink in, guys, all right? I, for example, am legally 19 years old, but I'm really an old soul. You know, I'm mature beyond my years. Some might say when they meet me, they're like, wow, you know, you give off the vibe of like a 52-year-old, you know, guy who's just really rich and retired and has a lot of wisdom to give on life. I'm kind of like one of those wizards that sit on top of those mountains and just like give advice to anybody that is willing to climb up the mountain to hear my wisdom. A guy and a girl were speeding over 100 miles per hour on a motorcycle. Girl, slow down, I'm scared. Boy, no, this is fun. Girl, no it's not, please, it's too scary. Guy, then tell me you love me. Girl, fine, I love you. Now please slow down. Guy, now give me a big hug. Girl hugs him tightly. Guy, can you take my helmet off and put it on? It's bugging me. The next day in the paper, a motorcycle had crashed into a building because of brake failure. The two were on the motorcycle, but only one survived. The truth was that halfway down, the guy realized that his brakes broke, but he didn't want to let the girl know. Instead, he had her say she loved him, felt her hug her one last time, and had her wear his helmet so she would live, even though it meant he would die. What I don't understand about this is why, if he had all the time in the world to do all of this stuff, why didn't he just take his hand off the gas a little bit and just slow down naturally without having to brake? If he realized this early on that his brakes were broken, he probably wouldn't have had to die. Trust is a 5-lettered word, so is myself. You get what I mean? No, I don't, actually. I'm sorry. I don't get what you mean. 99% of people go to therapy when they feel depressed. 1%. I can handle it myself. 1%. Turn it into anger. 1%. It isn't real. So, this is 3% combined, which would add up to a grand total of 102% of people. You know, I'm not a great math guy, but I know that that's not possible. Also, I'm like 99% positive that 99% of people do not go to therapy when they feel depressed. It's probably more like 40%. Like, or even less, honestly. Is it worth it? Oh my god, look at all the pills of all the different... So, PayPal? Why is PayPal on there? And LinkedIn? Is that Uber? Yeah, I get far too many rides. Alright, I need to start just driving places myself. Okay, it's time I man up. So, sadly, this is our society. Apparently, nobody is impressed that this guy can turn his tongue into a horse. But the second he's able to turn his tongue into an iPhone, everyone is just like, what? How did you do that? Also, he just magically grew a head of hair. Understand that nobody is wrong. The situation is wrong. Yeah, this is definitely quite an interesting situation here. I mean, how is this? What happened? What led to this event happening right now? This guy is laying here with a boulder crushing his back while there's just somehow a snake underground in the cliff that is just biting her arm. I just want to know the story here. Who cares about the message? Just tell me what happened here. If your Wi-Fi connection slows down, it means more people are using it. This post isn't about Wi-Fi. It's about... what, basketball? Is that what this is? Because there's just a basketball court in the back. Otherwise, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Rule number 115. If they stand behind you, protect them. If they stand beside you, respect them. If they stand against you, show them no mercy. Whoa, dude. That was sick. That just gave me a chill down my spine. A lot can happen in a week. A lot can happen in a week. You could die or even get sick. You could break up and even make up. It may just be 7 days, but in that time, things can change. You could get a pay raise, or even bleach in your eyes. You could lose someone you love, watch them fly away like a dove. You could lose a limb or two, but that's just life. I hope you knew. What is this? r/poems? What am I looking at here? Is this like a poem that somebody wrote on Reddit, or is this just like a famous quote said by some Dr. Seuss dude? There was a blind girl who hated herself just because she's blind. She hated everyone, except her loving boyfriend, who's always there for her. She said that if she could not see the world, she would marry her boyfriend. One day, someone donated a pair of eyes to her, and then she can see everything, including her boyfriend. Her boyfriend asked her, "Now that you can see the world, will you marry me?" The girl was shocked when she saw that her boyfriend is blind too, and refused to marry him. Her boyfriend walked away in tears, and he wrote a letter with the help of his friend to her saying, "Just take care of my eyes, dear. I love you." What happened? What? This is crazy. So she had a boyfriend that she was gonna marry if she didn't see the world or something, and then saw the world and saw how ugly her boyfriend was and was like, yeah, no thanks. Billionaires scramble. Remove your birthday from social media. and see no one will wish you except your mom. I don't know how this is follow for more motivation. That just is kind of depressing. First, I don't think that's very motivational. Not even your dad, just your mom. Like nobody else in your family, not your sister or your brother or your dad or your grandpa or your uncle or whatever, just your mom. That's the only one who cares enough. Girl, I'm having heart surgery today. Boy, I know. Girl, I love you. Boy, I love you more. After the surgery, her dad is the only person in room. Girl, where is he? Dad, don't you know who gave you the heart? Girl, starts crying. Is it even possible to do a heart, like, transplant of a guy who's, like, alive? You're allowed to just, like, volunteer to die to give somebody else your heart? They are trying to break me. Thrown inside a cell without light. Cockroaches, lice, and bedbugs are my only friends at night. When the guards bring me to and from the courtroom, I stay absolutely respectful. They try to pour hatred into my heart. Who gave this guy a phone in jail? When you're in jail, I thought you didn't have like a phone or internet or anything to like tweet from. Yet somehow this guy is just constantly tweeting garbage. He's about to say his first words. Your selfish desire for symbolic immortality brought me here to suffer as an ornament to be owned and displayed. I don't even know what that means, bruh. That's one smart baby, though. I mean, this must be Stewie Griffin. Like, is this Family Guy Origins? Is this the first thing that Stewie Griffin said when he came out of the womb? Be aware, they know the cure. Cancer is a $95.5 billion industry. You don't really believe they want to stop that cash flow, do you? Wake up. I don't understand the tape everywhere. Like, I get having tape over your mouth, you know, to symbolize not being able to talk, right? They're trying to silence you, but like, in what situation would they put tape on your forehead and your nose and your chin? It seems like you just wanted to write all that stuff in your mouth and then you were like, wait, I'm gonna run out of space, and so you had to just start putting tape in other places. Scientists call it quantum physics. Spiritualists call it manifestation. Atheists call it placebo effect. Christians call it prayer. Witches call it spells. Everyone is arguing over the label, but not its existence. Thank you, Dank Baby G. Really an awesome, you know, insightful post. That's the first people that I like to take seriously, is somebody with that word in their username. What school tries to turn us into? Dr. Fish, SpongeBob, this guy, and Patrick being a scientist? What school actually turns us into? Squidward being sad with a rope, SpongeBob looking deformed, Patrick looking like he hasn't slept in 8 million years, and Mr. Krabs just being depressed. Listen, if any school would try to turn me into Patrick, I think I would probably just drop out. I mean, all it takes is one episode of SpongeBob to realize that Patrick is probably not the guy that you want to be at the end of your academic career. Not really the sharpest knife in the drawer. Where are we going today, Mr. Peabody? Actually, Sherman, we are going way back to the 1960s when people had compassion and heart, and there were no cell phones or computers, and there was wicked cool music. Yeah, and everyone was racist. That was also really fun, right, guys? That was really fun part about the 1960s. Also, when I hear the term wicked cool music, I feel like I think of like the 80s. That sounds like an 80s thing to say. A woman had a pet snake she loved dearly. So when it stopped eating, she took it to the vet. The vet asked, "Has your snake been sleeping beside you at night while snuggling real close?" The woman replied, "Yes, every night. It makes me so sad that I can't help him feel better." Then the vet says to the lady, "Ma'am, your snake is not sick. He has been preparing you and sizing you up every night. He's not been eating, so he has enough room to digest you." Moral of the story, recognize all snakes around you. They're often the people you care the most about, but secretly their intentions are to devour you. I think it's this lady's fault for sleeping with a snake big enough to kill her. First of all, snakes that big just terrify me in the first place. I would never sleep with one in my bed every single night. You know, that's kind of just on her, I'm not gonna lie. These are antidepressants. Steak, love, sunsets, I guess, the Bible, and working out. These are a lie, and medicine. I'm not really a giant steak guy. I don't know if that's really an antidepressant. Some people usually say that working out and, you know, going outside at sunsets and getting some fresh air is a good antidepressant, and I agree. I've never heard anyone be like, you know what really just solves my depression? Eating a big, juicy red steak. You both like Jesus. Hey, yo. Hi. There's two things to me that are complete failures. Oh. 1, Jesus. 2, life. r/I14 and this is deep. LMFAO. Stranger has disconnect. What did you think you were gonna get when you went on Omegle and said that you like Jesus and to only match with people who also like Jesus? 3 things to know in life. never trust anyone, never beg anyone, and never depend on anyone. A lot of these, I feel like, are like trust and depend on are they kind of go hand in hand. Like if you depend on somebody, you kind of trust them. I started to deal with my problems by emotionally eating. Life must be so hard for you. They're just trying to say that basically, if you get depressed and eat a lot of food, it doesn't matter because there's actually kids in Africa that would love to have that food. So many selfies and so little knowledge of self. That's right, guys. You're not allowed to have fun anymore, okay? It's just done, all right? The fun time is over. You're not allowed to go out and take selfies with your friends anymore at fun events or anything. You have to sit in your room all the time and reflect on yourself constantly. You are never allowed to do anything fun that at all, okay? No, it's not allowed. Kitty, you drew stars around my scars, and now I'm bleeding. Oh my god, dude. Of course their name is Kitty. Of course it's a classic Discord kitten with this bio, you know? It would be nobody else. Millionaire's mind. Pain will leave once it is done teaching you. Damn. I like how they had to put the damn in there at the end to really just like bring it home, you know what I mean? To be like, if you don't think that this quote is really deep, I'm gonna make sure that I tell you that it's deep so you can realize that it's deep. Rick and Morty public posting. The loneliest people are the kindest. The saddest people are the strongest. The most damaged people are the wisest. There is just no way that this post is an actual post, that the person who made this wasn't joking. I refuse to believe that people can take Rick and Morty and make it into something like this. And not even the fact that like this one post, but whoever made this has an entire account dedicated to Rick and Morty like posts like this. I mean, that's incredible. What do you think that guy does for a living? Do you think he even has a job? I would assume not. I mean, if you want flowers on February 14th as a girl, just exist. If you want flowers on February 14th as a guy, die on February 13th. Jeez, man. Do girls even really get guys flowers, though? Like, I feel like that's not really a normal thing to do. I mean, it's not like to say that it wouldn't be appreciated, you know, in a society kind of way. Like, it's just not really a thing that happens. I would love some flowers, all right? That's all I'm gonna say. They're gonna die, but other girls, phone, Facebook, makeup, and high heels. Why did I forget the name of those shoes for a second? Me, books. Just books and books and books. This is so 2012. I'm not like other girls. Oh my god, there's no way this post was made anytime after 2012. Breakup hurts, but ignorance kills. What is this? What does this post even mean? I don't understand the caption, and I also don't understand the picture. Like, why is he being chained up? Why is she stabbing herself? If somebody can, like, dissect this one, I feel like there's always one of these posts in every single one of my videos that I just don't understand, I ask for help with, and this is that one. If anybody can possibly understand what this means, please tell me, because I'm very confused. If you put 100 black ants and 100 red ants in a jar, nothing will happen. But if you shake the jar, the ants will start killing each other. Red will believe black is their enemy, while black will believe red is their enemy, when the real enemy is the person who shook the jar. Same is also true in our society. Before we fight with each other, we must ask ourselves, who shook the jar? Listen, I don't know a whole lot about ants, but I feel like if you put 100 black ants and 100 red ants in a jar, nothing would definitely not happen. I feel like they would actually probably just kill each other regardless of you shaking the jar or not. Again, you know, I'm not a biologist. I don't know anything about ants, but I just feel like they would not live in harmony together. Not all men come for that one thing. Some men come to heal, repair, uplift, and restore. This is literally exchange of CO2. They are both going to die. I mean, hey, you know what? At least they're gonna die together. And then they will be in each other's arms, flying up to heaven's gates together, as it should be. This picture is so deep if you understand. I mean, I do understand, you know, it's a kid who are his parents, and then when they're old and he's, you know, a legal age to take care of them, now he's taking them somewhere. But the thing I'm wondering is, where is he taking them exactly? Why does it have like a gate and then barbed wire above a brick fence? I'm not gonna say exactly what I'm thinking here, but you know, because I don't want to get demonetized, but like, you can probably infer what I'm thinking here about what this could be, where he's taking them. Jail or that? Born too late to explore the world. Born too early to explore the galaxy. Born just in time to watch society collapse. Jesus Christ, dude. You can literally still explore the world. Nobody says that you can't just because people already found all the countries. Now there's actually stuff in all the countries. Instead of just every country being a barren wasteland of grass, you can actually go and do stuff in all these different countries. So I don't know, you can still do that. Born too early to explore the galaxy. I don't think society is collapsing. I don't know where this image was taken, but I haven't seen that. That must be some sort of war-torn area. Being late doesn't mean failure. Maybe it means getting ready for a great launch. I think this guy's just cheating right now. And honestly, I don't even know if that would work. Is this allowed? Some people will hate you not because you're right, but because you're different. And they're all... they're all standing in a giant pool of pee, and this guy is, like, protected. He looks pretty confused, and honestly, I would be too. Like, why is everybody laughing at me that I'm the only one who's not standing in pee right now? The thinker and the doer. Now, this really sends a message here. The doer, it's an extremely impressive art piece, you know, to be able to make a statue that actually gets up and moves around and does work. I've never even seen this in real life. I wonder if this is even a real thing. All art is political. Try and explain the politics of this. Absolutely no political dimension to a picture of a Japanese character treating the product of an American multinational fast food corporation as manna from heaven. No, sir. Don't even think about opening a history book. But seriously, that artwork is a reflection of US global cultural hegemony. It's not hard to see this stuff if you know how to look at the world. Hi, artist here. It's about cute girl eating burger. Yeah, you know what, man? I think you just need to take a break from the internet and just, you know, go read a book or something. I don't know. Go play a game. Stop, like, trying to read so deep into everything, because I guarantee you, not everything is as deep as you think it is. Andrew Tate. I send you these letters to remind you. Enjoy the rain while it lasts. Enjoy the storms, the chaotic seas. It is temporary. It is an opportunity. Calm seas never made a skillful sailor. Smile through the struggle. Use it to become great. Dude, Andrew Tate, I mean, he's always been kind of insane, but his recent tweets have been, like, on a whole nother level. Like, I could literally probably make an entire video just reading some of Andrew Tate's tweets. Some of his new ones are insane. He's talking like he's, like, some sort of ancient god, like some sort of Kratos or something, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. So somebody drew a willy on a little, soap dispenser, and then some guy put over it, social media seriously harms your mental health. Honestly, dude, I'm gonna be real, I don't think this has anything to do with social media. I think that guy probably just wanted to draw that and put that on there, you know? Social media could have, like, never ever been a thing, and I guarantee you, with, like, 110% certainty, that there would still be people out there drawing willies and wee-wees on random items. It's a natural instinct that we have when we see a blank space. Dreams become reality when thoughts become actions. That's honestly true. I mean, that is not wrong. I wouldn't call that fake deep, but the funny part about this post is that Patrick trying to turn into Majin Buu or Super Buu. Respect, honestly. I'll put a picture of Goku up on my wall while I'm, like, working out, and hopefully maybe one day I'll be Goku, or I'll put a picture of Saitama and, you know, do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and a, you know, 10-kilometer run every day, and, you know, maybe I'll become a One-Punch Man, you know? Who knows? My friends at 15. My friends now. Oh my god, guys. He ate his friends. He's throughout the years, he's been slowly picking off every individual friend of his and eating them slowly while the rest of them just have to watch. That's just gruesome, man. The problem is we are not eating food anymore. We are eating food-like products. I don't think that's true, first of all, because food-like products is, I mean, if you can eat it and digest it, and, you know, that's still food. Even if it's, like, unhealthy, it's still food. You know, if I go to the grocery store and I just grab a banana off the shelf and eat it, you know, that's still just food. That grew on a tree. It wasn't made in some sort of factory. I mean, maybe, actually, you never know. You know, maybe there's a banana factory that's, like, slowly crafting bananas and it's gonna replace trees eventually. Sad, but reality. So he can hold this girl who is 55 kilograms with ease, and he looks awesome doing it, but he can't hold a propane tank that's 30 kilograms? I genuinely, I don't know. I mean, true, I guess, you know. I relate to that, man. I relate to that. John Cena. Be humble. You won't stay fresh forever. What the hell is that last one? How long has that banana been alive? That thing has been there since, like, the 1500s with, like, King George, dude. That thing has seen, like, multiple generations of family history. That thing has been there since, like, I don't even know, man. The beginning of America. Throw that away, man. That thing has no use for you anymore. Get rid of that banana. This banana was growing on a different tree when Adam and Eve ate the one fruit off that one tree that got them banished out of the Garden of Eden, dude. This thing has been around since, like, the beginning of time. Apparently, when you treat people the same way they treat you, they get offended. This just gives me the vibe of, like, a guy who just went out into public and was, like, an asshole to somebody and then got punched in the face and was like, what the heck? Why did I get punched in the face for that? And then he went on here and, like, made an Instagram post about it and then ended up getting put on here. And now I'm making fun of it. I mean, it all just stemmed because this guy decided to punch that dude in the face at the mall. Like, you know, just, you didn't have to do that, man. Maybe you should learn from this experience and not do that next time. If you fail to provide someone a path to redemption, they're going to walk one of the other paths available to them. If you insist, then you'd best destroy them utterly and completely. Obliterate them. Otherwise, you've made a terrible, terrible enemy with nothing to lose. And then it's Freddy Fazbear. Why is there the guy who made this post probably wanted to make it sound like really scary and intimidating. So he was like, you know who the perfect guy would be to put on this is Freddy Fazbear, because everybody's scared of Freddy Fazbear. You know, I've never met a guy who's not terrified of Freddy Fazbear. I mean, look at that, like 789 quote tweets and only 596 likes, dude, and only 69 retweets. This guy was getting absolutely cooked in the quote retweets. It looked so cute and cuddly, but the slightest thing could turn this beautiful creature into something so dangerous and violent that the toughest of men could be killed or maimed for life. Here you can see it cuddling a bear. Oh, I get it, because it's not the bear. The whole time, guys, the whole time in the post when we were reading it, we thought it was gonna be the bear, but it was actually the woman. The women are more dangerous than bears, guys. Don't you get it? Women will destroy your life, okay? Not bears, just women. I hate small talk. I want to talk about atoms, death, aliens, magic, intellect, the meaning of life, faraway galaxies, music that makes you feel different, memories, the lies you've told, your flaws, your favorite scents, your childhood, what keeps you up at night, your insecurities and fears. I like people with depth, who speak with emotion from a twisted mind. Dude, imagine you're like on a first date, right? You're like, this is like a woman that you've never spoken to in your entire life, except for maybe on like a dating app or something. And then you're like trying to get to know them, right? And instead of just like, you know, making some small talk to try and ease into the conversation a little. Do you like atoms? What is your favorite atom? Do you think that aliens are real? What do you think about magic? Are you afraid of death? Do you fear death? It feels like yesterday I watched Toy Story 4 at the cinema, and now you're telling me it was made 4 years ago. I feel so old even though I'm 14. For real, I remember watching it in the cinema. I'm 10 and I'm feeling the same, for real, for real. I'm 14 and I remember watching Toy Story 4 when it came out too, and I feel old too. Alright, well, you know what, guys? I'm glad that you're all sharing an experience here. I don't know why they all decided to reply and basically regurgitate the same exact thing. But, like, I don't want to be a boomer here or anything, but, you know, none of these people are all, like, being nostalgic over Toy Story 4, but they weren't even alive when the original Toy Story came out. Actually, I don't think I was either, but, you know, I'm not the one making these comments. Things that people pretend to like. Sushi, dark chocolate, museums, and me. Even the sad face is sad. How sad is that? Also, unfortunately, I know plenty of people that actually like sushi and dark chocolate. Museums are kind of cool sometimes. It depends on what's actually in the museum, but the top two, I just can't get behind. Watch who you trust. Even your teeth bite your tongue every now and then. What the heck is that thing? What is that, some sort of lizard with a tuxedo? Dude, he looks like the guy in the new Fortnite Battle Pass. You know that lizard that's like dripped out and looks super fresh? This picture is also so obviously AI generated. Like, what is the smoke doing there on the left? Like, why is it curving? And then why is it like merging with him on the right? Look at his fingers! Every time you run, every time you hide, every time it hurts, every time you cry, every time you run away, every time you hide your face, and it feels so far away, I'm right here with you. Furries, they have unlocked the deepest part of their brain. You know, they have unlocked the other 90% of their brain. You know how they always say you only use 10%? Well, furries, no. They use 100%, and they use it to make posts like this. I mean, somebody's gotta do it. Somebody's gotta help us reflect on our inner selves. Everyone dies one day. Everyone. Even wolves. But not books, not words. Words don't die. My son, 3, who is a lot smarter than I am. Oh, F off, Rebecca. He did not say that. What, did she just try to throw in like a random animal in there to make it sound more like a 3-year-old said it? Dude, I love this whole genre of posts where it's just like these parents pretending that their children are saying super intelligent and just insane things, but it's all just fake and their kid is probably just off to the side like playing with Legos or watching Cocomelon or something. Too deep for most to understand. The man is painting, but instead of painting the naked woman in front of him, he's painting the girl drawing her behind him. This dude is not gonna get a good grade on whatever this assignment is. Also, I'm a little bit confused on what the message here is even supposed to be. Like what, naked people are bad? True beauty is actually the people drawing the naked people. Boom. You ever think about that? Boom. I guess here we have an illustration of the distribution of wealth in the world. All of the money was sucked out of Africa and is in America and Europe. I like how nowhere else in the world has any money either. So South America, Mexico, they are broke completely. To most people, Black Mirror is just another horror program. But to those with a sharper eye, a darker picture starts to emerge. A scathing satire of our very own society. Hashtag really makes you think. It's like it's called Black Mirror because it's a dark reflection of our society. You never would have thought about that, but it's almost like that's what the show is about. And it's actually not that deep at all. Average people hobbies. Television, party, gaming, job. Rich people hobbies. Gym, knowledge, invest in mentors, and business. Ah, yes, my favorite hobby, knowledge. Also, I don't think most average people's job is their hobby. Like, I'm pretty sure that most average people despise their job and would do anything to quit. But yeah, guys, I better not catch any of you normies out there partying. No socializing, no having fun and going out with your friends. You only can do gym, knowledge, invest in mentors, and business. Otherwise, you will never be rich. Before TikTok, before Tinder, before OnlyFans, before CNN. I'm so confused at what this is trying to say. You know that's what Tinder is for, right? It's to find people to do this with. There's definitely still happy families out there. I don't know what this person is trying to say. Ah, man, you never can box anymore like the old days. You can't punch kids anymore like you used to be able to back in the 50s. How times have changed. Elon Musk. Assume you're always being manipulated. Who believes the media controls people? Everybody. Who believes they are being controlled? Nobody. What's that like little fly thing in the air? What is that? Some sort of bug? I don't know why I noticed that out of anything in the post, but I'm trying to figure out what that thing is and why it just suddenly appeared after everybody put their hand down. Maybe that's like the camera that the government is deploying to watch everybody. I found it, guys. I found it. It's right there. God is the word good without one of the letter O's. Devil is the word evil with an added letter D. Yes, guys. God is good and the devil is bad. This is profound information that nobody has ever discovered or thought of before, ever. You are really breaking down barriers here. I mean, this is unforeseen knowledge. Really, seriously, congratulations on your discovery. Friend zone, disappointments, stress, confessions, betrayal, option. At the bottom, what is that? You don't like having option? Doer, 10 years later. Millionaire. Thinker, 10 years later, still a thinker. I don't know why, but the word doer just like doesn't look like a real word. Doer. Like, doesn't it look like it should be like from a different language or something? Remember when school was kind of fun? We used to play family. Fortnite was fun. Kissing was gross. Music was always girly. Homework was easy. Rainbows were just rainbows. Christmas felt real. Every day was a good day. Everyone wanted to go to the moon. You're probably never gonna see me again, so have a good life. I just like all of these, and then like Fortnite was fun, which completely takes me to like 2018. This person is probably like 9 and is like, man, back in the day when Fortnite was fun and I was like a toddler. Like, God, dude, I'm getting old. Success tips. Remove your birth date from social media and see no one will wish you except your mom. That's like just a tip to make yourself depressed. And that, my friends, is the definition of success. Maybe I'll try it, you know? Maybe I'll try it. r/time travel. I think I figured out time travel. If you take a lamp and turn it on, light seems to move forward. Now turn it off. The light seems to retract or disappear. I'm only 14 years old, so I may be spitting nonsense, but it seems like the speed of darkness is the key to going back in time, because darkness seems to travel backwards. So if we can find out a way to almost disappear with darkness, then we can theoretically should be able to travel back in time. Oh my god, guys. He is Jimmy Neutron. Guys, I think we can all thank Immediate Elk 3197. Don't blame a clown for acting like a clown. Ask yourself why you keep going to the circus. How are you even supposed to apply this? How are you just supposed to somehow avoid all dumb people? That's just impossible. At some point in your life, you're just gonna cross a path with somebody who's just a complete idiot, and there's nothing you can do about it. You guys are all crossing paths with me right now, and here we are. So I guess they're trying to put in an enchantment on a diamond hoe in Minecraft, and they're trying to put loyalty 3 on it. You can't put loyalty on a hoe in chance 416. You know what they say, all right? From Minecraft, you never waste your diamonds on a hoe. First, we were like this. Then we went to this. Somehow, it became like this. Now, I'm like this. Oh my god, and it ended in a middle finger. Now that might be like top 3 deepest things I think I've ever seen on this. They feed us poison, so we buy their cures while they suppress our medicine. Now you see, ifunny.co. Dude, that last picture, they really stretched that to fit that in there. Also, they spelled you wrong. I feel like adding the ifunny logo onto like any meme just either immediately makes it ironic or it immediately makes it like the least funny thing on the planet. I don't know, it's like one or the other. There's no in between. No cell phones, just a man leading by example, showing his kids how to learn the old-fashioned way through the pages of books. Oh yeah? You say no cell phones, huh? Well then what is she listening to music through? Huh? What, she's just got those earbuds plugged into her book? Don't feel bad if someone rejects you or ignores you. People usually ignore expensive things because they can't afford them. The Joker quotes. I'm like 99.9% sure that the Joker has never said this in any form of media that he's ever appeared in. None of the comics, none of the movies, none of the video games, okay? I don't think the Joker has even uttered these 2 sentences once. And also, what is this drawing? Why does he look like that? Picture with a deep message, and it's a guy with no arms carrying bags of bricks on his shoulders and then like a plate of bricks on his head. Why doesn't he like have somebody helping him or something? Where is he going that he needs just like a couple bricks? It's not even like enough to where he could actually even build anything. Kudos to the artist. This picture has a very deep meaning. Sometimes we are with the wrong person, and this makes our life miserable. All I'm thinking right now is if the pencil sharpener and the pencil were together, wouldn't like the pencil sharpener just eventually kill the pencil? Because that's what pencil sharpeners do. Maybe there's an even deeper meaning behind this picture that we're not picking up here about how relationships slowly kill you from the inside until you are nothing left. My whole life has been war. That is the difference between me and everyone else. I have knife scars. I have had 87 professional fights. Now I am in a Romanian jail. I succeed and achieve greatness, and that is why when I speak, people listen. Heroes are built in war. I don't know how he's tweeting all this stuff though, cause like, I thought they took your phone away when you went to jail. Does he have like a team, or did he somehow like sneak a phone up his butthole through the you know, security and get it into the cell or something? Employer invited 6 people for an interview by 7 a.m. They were all dressed and sharp before the time. He told them to wait. By 3 p.m., 3 had left. By 6 p.m., he came and met only 2. They got the job. That was the interview. Test of patience. This sounds like parable that would have been in the Bible or something. This would really depend on like what kind of job it is though, because like if I'm interviewing for a position at like McDonald's, I am not waiting 12 hours for my guy to show up to do the interview, all right? 1969, explain these bad grades, and the parents are mad at the kid. Now today, explain these bad grades, but it's to the teacher this time, and the kid is standing there all triumphantly, and then it just says, problem? You could have not had that in there in that ugly font. Why we don't need school. English, we speak it, don't we? Math, calculator, Spanish, Dora the Explorer, music, Spotify, drama, TikTok, science, Coke and Mentos, reading, you're reading this, writing, texting, history, our grandparents. Perfect example of why we do need school. Where do you think you learned to read? You think you just popped out of your mom and you just like started reading Harry Potter? Your wife loves you. Your children love you. Your brothers love you the most if you're lucky to find them. But truthfully, every man is alone. God, so true. I wake up every morning and I'm surrounded by all these people that love me so much, but yet I just can't shake the feeling that I'm still, at the end of the day, alone. And Andrew Tate is the only one who shares that sentiment with me. And so the grandma makes a really good meal, and the lady with boobs makes a really bad meal, but everybody likes the one with the bad meal because she has boobs. This has never happened ever. Everybody loves grandma cooking. Like, when have you ever met somebody that's like, ew, dude, grandmas suck at cooking? Everybody would pick the grandma. I would say 100% of the time. There's a woman from Poland who writes me each day. She says, if I am Morpheus, that she is the oracle. She assures me in no uncertain terms that without me, the next generation of men would have been doomed. And she has the most beautiful handwriting I've ever seen. Yeah, I'll take things that never happened for 400. Thank you very much. This whole subreddit has just been taken over by Andrew Tate. Maybe he should be like the profile picture now. The Matrix may have imprisoned me, but I am free inside the real world. Jointherealworld.com. There's a jet that is about to crash directly into Andrew. Andrew, get out of the way, dude. The art of purpose. Why is beauty vanishing from our world? Beauty is vanishing from our world because we live as though it did not matter. Listen, this is cool and all, but why is this guy's profile picture like a picture of Elon Musk, but it's like a painting from like the 1800s? Is he like hundreds of years old and they just had this painting of him from when he was like knighted by the king? I love you. I love you. You are a B word. I love you. I love you. I love you. B word? Theory confirmed. No matter how many times you say I love you to woman, she will always see the bad thing. So true. This is why Andrew Tate is the way, everybody. Women just suck, so we're all gonna go gay. Dad, just remember, next time you take my phone or iPad, you taking away my happiness. Yeah, how will I ever be happy if I can't watch Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and PewDiePie? They are the only thing that gets me through the day at this point. In nature, poisonous creatures will often develop bright colors to warn others of their toxicity. And then, you know, there's a frog, a poisonous frog, and then a poisonous woman with dyed hair. I think this guy probably just got his heart broken by a woman with dyed hair and possibly a septum piercing. Think while it's still legal. And then this guy has literal cameras in his brain. This is honestly just like super schizo posting. They're never gonna be able to read your thoughts. I think we're fine, all right? I don't think anybody's gonna be reading anybody's thoughts anytime soon. And if you think that's happening, then you should probably take your meds. She said, I'm in love with you. Gandhi said, I don't deserve your love, but my brother behind you who is younger and more handsome does. She looked back and saw no one. Gandhi said, if you were in love with me, you wouldn't have looked back. I'm just gonna say, I don't think Gandhi said this. Don't put words in Gandhi's mouth, dude, alright? He's not here to clear his name. Elon Musk. In the depths of It's So Over, I found there was within me an invincible we're so back. Is that Kim Jong-un smoking a cigarette? What? Is this real? Did Elon Musk actually post that? I've never seen this on my Twitter, and for some reason I get a ton of Elon Musk tweets on my Twitter. But you know what? I wouldn't really doubt it if it actually was real. Each night, I dream of freedom, and then I open my eyes, and I'm in the same familiar jail cell. I take a few minutes to swallow my disappointment and begin my morning push-ups. Maybe tomorrow I'll wake up somewhere else. I have not lost hope. Wow, that is very inspirational, Andrew. Thank you for sharing. Are you gonna tell everybody what you did to get landed in jail? Or are you gonna tell the class what what you did? Deep cuts. I cut deep, said blades. I cut deeper, said knives. Are you guys kidding right now? Asked the words. Wow. This is deep, everybody, because words cut deeper than knives and blades. And nobody has ever said that before, ever. That is a completely original new statement that was made by whatever this poem thing is supposed to be. Your body isn't paper, so don't cut it. Your body isn't clothes, so don't hang it. Your body isn't a book, so don't judge it. Your body isn't a movie, so don't end it. I hate people of color. Lightning McQueen Gaming. Dude, Lightning McQueen would not say that, okay? Lightning McQueen is a really nice guy. I can't believe you would slander Lightning McQueen's name like this. First Gandhi, and now this guy. Like, what is happening? We need to stop talking for these people that aren't there to defend themselves, okay? This is wrong. I want to be a part of World War II now. I'm tired of this generation. Yeah, I don't don't know. You might be saying that until you're like in a trench and your foot is literally rotting off because you've just been standing in water or whatever for like multiple days and it's gotten infected and there's nothing to help you. Then you're gonna have to get it amputated, but since it's World War II, there's no pain medication or anything, so they just give you some alcohol and just chop your leg off and hope for the best. And sometimes you die, but you know, you might not, you might die, it just might happen. But hey man, World War II, right guys? It's awesome. Also, apparently this was in response to a thing about trans rights. Like, dude, it is really not that serious. Like, I can assure you World War II was most definitely worse. I have two sides. The nicest girl you'll ever meet, and the twisted effing psychopath. This could be an r/boneapple dude. I haven't gone in that subreddit in a long time, but that would make for an awesome post in there. Apparently, though, it was from Not Like Other Girls. That is another thing that I should probably check out, because there is some just incredible things in there. Let me know if you guys want me to do a video on that subreddit, because it really is something. Escape is possible. I simply close my eyes. Is that real? Is that a real picture? Did he actually take that? I think that's a real picture, guys. I think he's finally entering his monk era, and you know what? I think that'll be good for him. I think he might come out of that matured and, you know, just grown as an individual. Unless you are an atheist, you have no idea what oppression is. One day, we will be remembered as pioneers of an intellectual renaissance, and our Reddit posts will be read like scripture. My name is Alex, and this is my face of atheism. When will these people finally realize that fedoras will never be cool again? They just don't work, so just stop. Okay, you just need to A boy was talking to a girl for 40 minutes. After she had to leave, before she did, she asked, "How old are you?" He said, 40 minutes. Only some will understand. Is he trying to say that talking to this girl for 40 minutes made him reborn? She was so special to him. He was reborn and began a new life. I need to witness this conversation because that sounds insane. Okay, guys, let's dissect this one. You got a middle finger up, and then the middle finger is a pen, but it's got a condom over it. What do you guys think? I'm thinking what it is it's a pen. If you take the condom off, you're gonna write something bad. But so then the government doesn't want you to take it off, you know? They want you to keep it on so that way the world doesn't find out the things you have to say because you don't care about the laws. That's why you're flipping off everything, dude. Yeah, that's my guess. Let me know if you guys agree with people nowadays. What, this is a mysterious food that we've got here. I want to taste this. With expectations, she's thinking about the apple. She gets the apple, and then she's like disappointed at it. But without expectations, she's reading a book, then an apple falls from the tree, and then she loves it. Okay? I genuinely don't know what the message here is supposed to be. Honestly, if I was just sitting under a tree and I like started thinking about wanting an apple, and then all of a sudden one just fell in front of me in my lap, I would think that I had like some sort of magical powers. Conjured it from the depths of hell. It just appeared in front of me. So you got a guy saying weird stuff to a girl. She gets mad at him and he gets an idea. He runs away. What is that, like J Balvin or something? And then she starts working. Yep, this is the reality of life, ladies and gentlemen. This is how life is nowadays. Can you guys believe this is the world we are living in? It really is just truly despicable. All right, we got 15 Rules for Men by Marquand Does YouTube. So men, get your notepads out, listen up. 1, never go back to the woman who cheated. 2, never let a woman disrespect you. 3, always have the ambition to be better. 4, look people in the eyes when you're talking. 5, never shake a hand sitting down. 6, don't simp for girls or beg for a relationship. 7, work out minimum 4 times a week. 8, never eat the last piece of something you didn't buy. 9, protect who is beside you, respect who is beside you. Oh, behind, sorry. 10, earn your dopamine through hard work, not through social media. 11, take the time to dress well. First impressions count. 12, if you're not invited, don't ask to go. 13, always carry cash. 14, build multiple streams of income to protect yourself. 15, take advice from those further ahead from you. Drop a fire if you made it this far. This shows you are part of the 0.1% who actually finish what they start. If you're serious about changing your life, make sure to follow @Marquand Does YouTube. See, like, this is why this stuff is like addicting to people, is because they give you actually good advice, but then it's like, also you have to hate women, you have to hate gay people, and you have to be a man. It's like not really what you need to do. Some of this stuff is fine, but other stuff is like, whoa, okay, you don't need to go that far, you know? His phone battery is at 1% while he's on a lifeline. He gets up to charge his phone, and then he dies. I don't think that this is a very well-equipped hospital. Like, literally all that happened was he stood up and disconnected from his IV for like 1 second, and then he just collapsed. He must really want to see like whatever's happening on Twitter. He used his last ounces of strength to like charge his phone. It's incredible. One day, someone will think about you for the last time in eternity. You will be forgotten by the world and the universe. There wasn't a picture of Yandere Dev right next to it. That completely takes away all seriousness from the post. You don't learn from winning, you learn from losing. This guy is happy about winning, and then this guy is making a mathematical equation in his head to figure out how to win next time. Okay, now the ball is going X speed. If I hit it in 30 degrees downward, it should create a perfect spiral to where it will go over the net, and boom! Done! You got one kid just watching TV with no shadow behind him. Well, the shadow of the TV. And then you got the girl reading a book, and the shadow is of... What even is this book that she's reading? Is that like Hogwarts being attacked by dinosaurs? Dude, I need to read this book. Menstruation hurts men more than women, but you wouldn't understand. So true. They just wouldn't understand how menstruation hurts. Only us men understand the pain that these women are feeling. Top 5 deep meaning photo. The firefighters are trying to rescue a sexy lady from the window instead of rescuing the grandma who is plummeting from a height way higher than the sexy lady. When has a firefighter ever been like, guys, the old lady will be fine. Let's rescue the sexy one first, and then we'll move on to the old lady. Okay, she can wait. Are we witnessing the beginning of a revolution? No one is coming to save you. This life of yours is 100% your responsibility. I want to see how this guy like looks when he's just standing. What is his arm's natural resting position? Is it like a flamingo or something? A wise man once told me, talk too much and people will think you're a fool. Stay silent and you'll make them curious. What is the wise man, Johnny Depp? Is that who that's supposed to be? See, this is what I was talking about earlier. None of these people ever said any of this stuff. Do you work here? Yes. I need to buy a Barbie doll for my daughter. How much are they? Which Barbie? We have Barbie goes to the gym for $19.95. Barbie goes to the ball for $19.95. Barbie goes to the beach for $19.95. Barbie goes shopping for $19.95. Barbie goes nightclubbing for $19.95. And divorced Barbie for $395. Why is divorced Barbie so much more expensive than the others? It's obvious. Divorced Barbie comes with Ken's house, Ken's car, Ken's boat, and Ken's furniture. You take one look at Barbie's dream house. First of all, it's literally called Barbie's dream house, not Ken's dream house that Barbie also lives in. I don't know, but what I do know is literally anything with those stupid emojis just can never be taken seriously. Life is better with books. Why we read. If you're reading the book, you think it, and if you're watching it on the TV, then it's just being shown to you. They're being paid off by like Big Book or something to promote books to people. Nobody cares this much, all right? You don't have to just read books. My friendly personality and the good heart I show to my friends and family. My sick mind and its sick thoughts that nobody should ever be aware of for everyone's good. How does this have 8.7k likes, dude? All 173 people are probably like, God, this is so me. Glad that somebody finally gets me in my struggle. It's so hard hiding my true self from the real world. One day when the wrong person crosses me, I'm just gonna snap. And then everyone will see who I truly am. You will not like that person. The sad truth is that people would rather follow a half-naked girl over a young man trying to inspire the world. I don't know, man. I'll take the half-naked girl over whatever the hell this is supposed to be. Exposing girls' secrets. They always have a crush on another guy, even with boyfriend. Even if we are in relationship, we always like 2 boys at the same time. There is a secret reason why we take long showers. Most of the time, girls didn't tell her best friend about her love at that time. Holy crap, guys. I think I just found out some girls' secrets thanks to Facts Express 24. Now I know. I'll know going forward into the future what to look out for, so thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for diving down this deep depth of despair with me. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DomSoEpic. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, peace.